Ooh, that's hot. Just gonna wait and see if YouTube's gonna notify anybody, because, you know. Oh, yay! Good morning, Annie. Oh, good. So YouTube are sending out some notifications for once. Very good, very good. Pat on the back, YouTube. Move closer. Jessica, hello, darling. Crystal Life Rose, good morning, sweetheart. Sweetheart. Kirsty, hello. Sue, hello, beautiful. Pamela, hello, Australia. Hi, Sarah. Sarah, sorry. I'm not quite with it this morning. Lisa, hello. Oh no, sugar, here we go. It keeps showing me all my live chat. Right, okay. Rania, hello. Neo, good morning, darling. Susie. Caroline, hello, darling. Beverly. Liverpool. Very close affiliations to Liverpool. Beverly. My dearest grandfather and his family. Liverpudlians. Okay, good morning. I'm not quite with it. I've been away for the weekend. I'm going to chat a little bit about that because I think it's really good for you all to hear. I'm going to guided just to pull some cards for the energies of this week, because even though we practice presence, sometimes it's just nice to know. Becky, good morning. Love you too, Beverly. Jen, good morning, sweetheart. Are you well? Oh, this chat just keeps disappearing. Celia, good morning. So guys, YouTube have been unsubscribing people from my channel, and they're not sending out notifications. So, you know, here's the thing. Subscriptions and likes mean nothing to me. However, for your guys' sake, just make sure that if you want to see any of my videos that you are subscribed and you have hit that notification bell, and just check, because they are literally, somebody's been on and they had to come and find me. So, you know, obviously doing something right. Got to be doing something right when that happens, right? So, I'm still recovering from my ascension flu. I'm feeling a lot better though. And I was away for the weekend, so I'm going to chat to you about this first. So I have found, or I don't know if it found me or I found it anyway, a beautiful community of people who are on the same, they don't believe the narrative that's going on in the world, shall we say, okay? Not necessarily spiritually awake, but awake to the, you know, what's happening in the world. So it's an awakening community, and there's a beautiful family who, they basically own a field and they've turned it into a campsite. And there's been 2 gatherings of this community. So that was the second one, and it'll be the last one until the weather gets better here, because, you know, it's pretty cold this weekend. I mean, a bit of rain. But we're going to talk a little bit about that. already saged this morning, but hey, you can't go wrong with some more sage, can you? So, and I want you to know that this is a community that's very close to me, okay? Maybe within an hour drive. And I would say the majority of people that were there are also within an hour drive, okay? So sometimes we think that we're very alone in this process. And we think that we're the only ones kind of within our communities and, within our cities or our villages or wherever you live that are going through this. And I want you to know there are much more people than you think. Boo, Tanya. There are much more people than you think. And we are growing in numbers by the day. And I've had this dream, since I became awakened, of living in an off-grid community with people with a common goal. Don't have to have all the same beliefs spiritually or whatever it is, but the common goal is just to work from our heart center and to create a safe environment for our children to grow up in, and to create a community where people do what they love and everybody has their own gifts and talents, and when you work to your strength and you work to your gift and you work to your talent, it doesn't feel like work, it's something that you enjoy. And I thought, I manifest this every day. It's what I manifest. And I thought this community was, maybe 5 years away. And it's already begun. So anybody that has this dream, anybody else that has this dream of just being surrounded by people that are on, have the same common interests and goals and want that, these communities are already happening and they're already coming together in the physical. It's not just online anymore. So it's been so beautiful to meet people of all different walks of lives, of all different, different belief structures or different programming or however you want to put it, and just all be in a field together for a weekend and talk to each other openly, without any of the sea in sight. It is just the most beautiful thing, and I'm so grateful. Good morning, Donna. I'm so grateful to be part of that, and I have the honour of being a founding member there, and it's just so beautiful. I can't even tell you how beautiful it is. So, being there the weekend, away in the caravan, I don't get much sleep, so I'm a little bit tired today. So my energy is a little bit low, but anyway, I still wanted to share that with you. Good morning, Peter Powell. I still wanted to share that with you because I want, this isn't hopium. This is happening. Okay? This is happium. 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 The more we can connect in the physical with people who have the same... Everybody will have different drives, okay? So there are people that are part of that community that are pure freedom fighters, and they're out there and they're protesting and they're voicing their opinion, and they're like, "Brr!" You've got people within that community that are trying to pull down systems that are broken. There are people within that community that are, holding their light in their own way. But that's what it takes. We're all different. We all have different experiences which form our perspective. And I just want you to know that it's happening everywhere. It's not just happening here. I'm on a tiny island, called the UK, with regards to the world, and within an hour drive of me, we're talking at least 100 people, and that's the people that could make it and that are aware of it. Okay, so there's a lot more than we think there is. So I just want you to know that. Okay, so gonna do some cards today. I'm not getting my chat, guys. It just keeps disappearing. But I want to give you all the reality of what's happening right now. Okay, so we're going to work again today with the Dragon Wisdom cards. These are by Christine Arana Fader and the Mystic Martian Oracle. It's the ones we did last time. With Lisa Porter. So I'm going to ask the dragons first of all. I'm going to clear the deck. Okay, so I'm going to ask the dragons first of all. Tune in. So whenever you're working with any kind of energy tools, okay, because this is what they are, they're just a way for my higher self or the Galactics or the dragons or whoever I'm tuning into to help give me answers. It's all the cards are. You want to make sure that your energy is grounded and cleared and fully protected, and that you set intention before you ever pick cards up of a clear intention. So I always connect into my higher self, and the 7D, my seventh dimensional version of myself, is like a gatekeeper. So any external comes via her. So there's nothing that can kind of play with my energy or give me any kind of false information. So I'm just tuning into that just now. As the sun comes out. Okay. So, dragons, what would you like us to know this week? What would the dragons like us to know this week? For this week, from now till Sunday. Okay. And what the energy is going to be like this week? Saying I would need to pick a card for each day because the energies are different each day. Can you give me an overall projection? Okay, really? Hi, good morning. An overall projection. Okay, so that's interesting cards to come out. Okay, so what the dragons would like us to know this week are self-worth. Okay. Know your own self-worth. So as I'm looking at this card, I'm seeing that this dragon is crossing its paws in a little bit of a protective stance, okay, I would say. So this is about protecting yourself from the external and knowing your own self-worth. I'm going to say boundaries are going to be quite important this week, okay? Learn when to say no, okay? If you're, it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a turbulent week, okay? There's going to be highs and lows this week, energetically speaking, okay? So it's going to be very important this week to set your own boundaries, to stay grounded, to protect yourself, and to know that you're worth that. Your energy is worth protecting, okay? So it feels like it's going to be a week of distractions, people, okay? But if we're aware of the distractions that are coming in, and we're aware of the energies of the week, what we can do is we can then prevent them distractions from pulling us off our path. Okay, so it feels yet again like we're going into a place of dealing with the shadow that's coming in. Good morning, Carol Murray. Uh, and knowing your own self-worth, okay? Because when I asked about the energies of this week, wait till you see this. So we've got death. And I feel this is about the death of the ego and the death of the shadow. We're still battling our dark side. We're still learning about our shadow. We're seeing it crop up. But I'm just hearing in other people as well, okay? It's not just happening to the awakened, it's happening to everyone. So there's still this energy of this kind of ego death and this shadow appearing from people because the energies are pulling it out. The energies are pulling out the shadow so that people can see what to work on. Okay, so it's not a bad thing if we can see it for what it is. We can then see what we need to work on, and if somebody else's shadow is rearing and it's triggering us, we still have an aspect of that within our shadow or our ego that we can deal with. Okay, so we've got this. But then we get divine order. Okay, so this is exactly as it should be. We're exactly where we need to be. The shadow has to be addressed. It has to be seen so that we can deal with it, because it's the way that it's meant to be. It's how we deal with these, it's how we can see what we need to work on and how we grow and how we move forward. Because out of that comes bliss. Look how happy that dragon is. Da-da-da. Yeah. So this feels like it's going to be quite a heavy week, okay? But if we can set boundaries and we can protect ourselves and we can see the distraction and we know that it's shadow that's coming up, then we can then deal with it. And we can deal with it from a heart-driven way, with compassion. Morning, Captain Lightmare. Deal with it with compassion, okay? Then we can get to this bliss state. Thank you, dragons. Okay, let's see what the Galactics have got to say about this week. Nice to see if they echo the same sentiment. So that was really about the kind of, the 3D, the energetics of the physical. And the Galactics is more about, our integration, our higher selves, our higher aspects. So we can get a card for the energies of this week from today until Sunday, please. Ooh, hello. Okay, so this is like our 5D and up. Okay, so you'll see where the you'll see the difference in the energies here. This is interesting. Okay, and can you give us a card for? So this is what you would like us to know, and can you give us a card for the energies for the week? Okay, this one. 3. Okay. Okay. All right. So what your Galactics want you to know, we're getting the Palladians, okay? And this card is all about unconditional love, excitement, and laughter. So, your 3D can be experiencing this in the 3D where we're practicing self-worth and we're setting boundaries. And your higher selves within your light side are coming in and they're saying, even in dark times, even when shadow's rearing its head, know that you're unconditionally loved, okay? You're held at all times. And remember laughter. You know, if you're going through a heavy period, if things are coming in, find something that makes you happy. Do something that makes you happy, that takes you out of that shadow for a little bit. Put on a comedy, you know, put whatever, surround yourself by people that make you laugh, that uplift your energy. Okay, so don't forget, it doesn't have to be all the serious work all the time. We need the laughter and the excitement and the unconditional love part as well. Okay, and the energies for the week. So we've got this warrior passion and fearlessness. We're getting fire. Okay, so they were showing death in the 3D. In the 5D, we're getting this fire. So what we're doing is we're burning up the shadow, okay? We're taking the elements of the shadow that are self-destructive, and what we're doing is we're learning to use it to transmute, okay? So instead of when something comes in and we go into this place of, oh, I'm unworthy, and, you know, guilt or shame, or I did this thing 5 years ago, because I know a lot of you right now are getting a lot of memories, or a lot of things are coming up of things that you've done in the past, okay? Of choices that we maybe made in the past that we wouldn't have made the same choices now, okay? So we're learning, instead of going into shame or guilt or, oh, I shouldn't have done that, you know, when you feel terrible. And so we're learning to transmute it with the fire energy, okay? We're learning to go, okay, but that's not who I am now. I'm going to practice forgiveness. I'm going to allow myself to forgive myself and forgive the other people, okay? Hi, Emma. And we're learning to transmute this stuff. We're getting better at it, okay? We're allowing ourselves to be in this centered neutrality of, that's okay, that's not the person I am anymore, and I can forgive myself, and I can move forward from that now, okay? So it's not about being in shame, it's about being fearless and stepping up and owning, yes, I did that, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry I made that choice. You know, transmuting it. It might be that we need to make some phone calls to some people, okay? And they maybe won't get it, and they're maybe still going to be angry. But there's a lot of forgiveness, okay, that helps transmute this energy. However, I'm going to take these two cards together. So we're getting the Flower of Life, and hi Danielle, and crop circles, okay? And this is inspiration, awe, dreams, messages, curiosities, and signs. So what's actually happening is our higher selves are dropping down all this inspiration. And they're really trying to give us this energy of, you don't have to be in shadow, you can be creating instead. You are a creator, right? That's who you are, yeah? So instead of being in the distraction, okay, when you know your self-worth and you set your boundaries and you silence the distraction of the external, then you can listen to the inspiration and the messages and the signs that you're getting. Because the universe will always, always show you what you can do and how you can move for your higher good. Did you see this flashing up here? Did you see that? Here? My higher self and my light side. Don't know if you've seen it. There's like a big flash. So she's like, yes, you know, we need to start listening better to the inspiration and the ideas, because our higher selves are us. You know, there is no separation. That's who we are. Integration is so important as we step into this. So we're getting these signs. And we're getting the inspiration. And it could come in dreams, you know. Be aware of your dreams. Be aware of... And also I feel like I'm looking at this, and this is just nature, and it's beautiful, and it's peaceful, and it's, when I was away at the weekend, we were in a field, and that was just kind of, that's how I felt. Thank you very much, Galactics. So we've got we've got so many options, haven't we? But with the energies of this week, we can go into shadow, we can go into fear, and we can go into shame, and we can go into, we can go in, we can allow the shadow to run us and keep us down, or we can acknowledge the shadow and we can put our boundaries up, and we can ask for our higher selves to guide us, to give us signs, to help us move through it. Okay? So I hope that helps you all this week. Has anybody got any questions for me before I'm going to go and sit and meditate this morning, and then I'm going to have a bath, because that's just what I want to do. Chat keeps disappearing. Has anybody got any questions they would like to ask the dragons or the galactics? So I'll do 3 maybe. So if you want to put either dragon or galactic and then your question, and I'll do 3 if anybody's got any questions. It can be personal, it can be for the collective. No? Okay, but what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to put dragon or galactic first, and then your question. Okay, because you're not asking me, you're asking them. There we go, Carol. Thank you. Galactic. What is my mission here at this time? Carol. Carol, Galactic. Stop. Don't put anything out. Don't put anything up just now. Just wait a little minute. Okay. Carol, Galactic. Okay. So Galactics. Carol Hamnet would like to know, what is her mission here at this time, please? Okay, so you have more than one mission. But the one they would like to know you about, so, whoa, check this card. So this is a huge, it actually looks like a dragon's eye, doesn't it? And then inside of that, there's a lot of symbolism here. So alchemy, the philosopher's stone, infinity, destiny, and magic. This is about alchemizing. Okay, so part of your mission here is to learn how to transmute one energy to another. Alchemy can come in lots of forms. Okay, like the orgonite, dragonite I make is alchemy. It's mixing different energies together to help transmute energy. Okay, so it could be working with any kind of energy. It could be crystals, it could be the elemental energy, but this is about seeing. The elements are there as well. Yeah, so it's very elemental. Also working with sacred geometry. So you work with sacred geometry. your third eye, and by your third eye I mean your insight, your inner sight, okay, from your experiences, and yeah, so it's about alchemy. It's about, and not just changing it for you, but alchemy is about transmuting energy. You would learn to do it for yourself, and then you can show others how to do it. Or you might have creations that you're making that have this sacred geometry in it, in containing the elements. So I hope that helps. Okay, I'll do 2 more. So now you can type. You can put dragon or you can put galactic and ask your question. Nonny, Galactic, is the Flash the event close, please? Personally, I don't feel so, but let's ask the cards. Stop typing, guys, stop typing. Is the solar event Flash? I take it she's talking about the big one. The event. Is it close? So this is Men in Black. Right, if anybody knows anything about the Men in Black, this is about stalking, intimidation, and confrontation. I'm going to say that's a no. Sorry. I think we have to be careful about pinning our hopes on anything. Okay. I think we have to... You don't have to do anything, you can do whatever you want, right? I can only speak from my personal experience. But I'm in a place where it's so important to just stay in this moment, because by focusing on a flash where everything's wiped, although in saying that, the Men in Black, if you remember in the movie The Men in Black, they had these things where they would just wipe everybody, didn't they? So that's interesting. I think we need to be careful about, again, I'm going to speak for myself. So thinking that, pinning our hopes on a flash or spaceships or Trump or Q or whatever that may be, because that is still external. And trusting, because I think, this is just my personal where I am right now. I could change my mind tomorrow, right? But where I am right now is, I think the flash only happens and we get wiped if we're at destruction point. So if it gets so bad that we are about to destroy ourselves, that the flash happens and we're reset. I don't really want to be on a timeline where things get so bad that I have to be reset. So I think what the Galactics are trying to say here is it's external. And let's read what the deck says. So number 13. Okay, so the Men in Black are known as Horlocks, and they are android biosynthetic humans, okay? They are here to intimidate. They make intimidation visits of specific people who have had particularly alien encounters or bizarre paranormal experiences. And witnesses have reported men in black driving black automobiles into canyons, mountains, and tunnels, where they appear to simply dematerialize. So, this card is about meddling, clumsy, intrusive, gossiping, petty-minded, theft, spying, interfering, confrontation, intimidation, creepy, and stalking. Okay. I think what the Galactics are trying to say is, let's just work on our own internal flash. Okay. Let's work on us being that that grand flash. What if we are? What if we can be that strong of a light? Because we are, and the stronger we are together, the more of a light we are, you know. And listen, nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow. Okay, yes, we're all nuclear reactors. Absolutely, that's who we are. There are so much narratives and so many stories, you know, that we can be pulled into. And if you want to go there by all means. When I first woke up, I was like, oh, the event's going to happen, it's going to happen. And I went for about 2 years going, oh, it might happen here, it might happen here, it might happen there. And then I realised, like, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But I'm not going to pin my hopes in anything. Listen, I'll be honest, I've had an experience where I had a can't call it a vision, I can't call it, it was an experience where I was in a timeline playing out and the flash happened. But let me tell you, that wasn't a nice timeline to be on. What was happening within that timeline before that flash happened is not something that I want to experience where I am. And it's not something that I want other people to experience where they are. If it has to go that way, it goes that way because everything's divine, right? But, you know, just, I try to be very careful where I place my attention, because that's how we've been run this whole time. Oh, look over here. And then if they can get a whole people to look over there, then that is created. That's how they create things. So, let's, you know, work on our heart and work on ourselves and be the light of that sun, because we're all one. Anyway, so we are that. Yeah. Sorry, I hope it doesn't disappoint you. Okay, go. Another one. You're welcome, darling. Crystal Life Force, Galactic. Anything I need to know. Okay, stop. I'll do one more though after this. What does Crystal Life Rose need to know? Crystal Life Rose. Anything she needs to know. Oh, okay. Yes, you do. Okay, so Crystal Life Rose, you're getting the Anunnaki. Okay. Now, do you see how there's light and night here? Okay. Do you see how there's a shadow aspect of yourself and there's a light aspect of yourself here? Yeah? Controlling drama, conflict of interest. Okay, there is a battle happening right now within your stream of consciousness, okay? Your shadow is pulling you one way, your light is pulling you the other way. And there's also external conflicts of interest. And the external is quite loud. And it feels like I'm in the middle of a circle and I have these people round about me, and they're so loud and so dominating that I'm like this. And I think this is your inner child. So it's like there's all this round about your inner child's just like, whoa, 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 you know. Just, it's like you've pulled yourself in to, you know, this fetal position to get some comfort and hide from, you know, feeling that you're surrounded. But when you can bring your light side and your night side, and they don't have to agree, but if they can, you know, sit back to each other, their heart is connected that way, okay, in balance and in neutrality and in that center point, that's where your strength lies. So even if you can't speak out, even if you can't like jump up and go back up, right? What you can do is silently just stand up and just stay in your center and just move yourself out of that circle. It's like you don't have to fight your way out. You can just like take a deep breath, stand up and just walk out. And just walk away from the conflict. Okay? I don't know. I hope that helps. Okay, I'll do one more. So galactic or dragon, and then your question. Nicole Walker, dragon card. Nicole, I'm just wondering. Can't see it. You've disappeared again. Nicole, just wondering if there's anything I need to know at this time. Nicole Walker. Clear. Okay. Anything Nicole Walker. What would you like? What would you like, Nicole Walker? What does she need to know in this one? I love these cards. Wisdom. Okay, so Nicole, as it was coming in, I just felt my heart, okay, and I just felt this expanding of my heart. So your heart is going through an activation, and I feel there's a lot of compassion. It's like you've shifted into a heart-centered. I don't think it's always been there. I think very recently there's been this shift into your heart center where you're maybe seeing things a little bit differently, feeling things a little bit differently. Okay, kind of maybe stepping out of judgment a little bit. And listen, we've all been there. We all judge people. We still do. I still do. You know, I try my best not to. But this is just a very, very heavy, deep programming that we have, right? So, there is wisdom. There is wisdom just waiting to connect with you through your heart center, Nicole. Okay? And if you look at this picture, the dragon's snout is touching her heart. Okay? Because this is what we need to listen to. This is where it comes from. Our heart center is the answer to everything. That's when we go within, we go within to our heart. Okay? So, meditation, you can, what I would do is I would do a meditation, I would connect to my heart center, and I would ask what wisdom do you have for me? Ask your heart. And then maybe for you could do this for a period of time and just note it down and just channel it down. And this is how you're going to start getting your information in. That's certainly what I feel with that card. Hello, Shafiq. Good morning, darling. Hello, Katie. Okay, beautiful people. So I'm not going to do any more. As I say, my energy isn't 100% yet with this kind of ascension stuff that's coming. So I'm not going to, I need to set my boundaries, right? But there'll always be more days for more cards, and everything is divine, and you'll get a message just as you need to hear it. Yes? Yeah, and the messages they are, everybody's going to take something, even though it's been picked for somebody else. So everybody can take something out of the messages that are coming down the stream, because we're all one, right? Okay, the sun has gone away. I think it's going to rain. So I'm going to get inside and have a nice meditation in my inside pyramid today. And I'm going to go for a nice hot bath and get some emails and stuff and get some work done. So I love you all. Thank you for joining me this morning. Honestly, guys, I'm so grateful to connect with you all through here. I came off Facebook because, well, it's Facebook. And I know a lot of people connect that way. I've thought about going back on, but I'm just not going to do it to myself. So thank you all for coming here and connecting this way. This week I'm going to start setting a date for monthly meetups on Zoom for anybody that is in my 21-day workshop. And by the end of this month, hopefully I'm going to have the 21-day heart workshop completed and recorded and done, so that anybody that's ready to move on from the 20 days can move into working with their heart space and learning more about letting go of judgments of themselves, forgiveness for themselves, forgiveness for other people, and learning not to worry about the judgments of others either, and expanding the heart center and coming into this place of neutrality and compassion and understanding. So this is what I'm going to be working on, because it's very pressing, it's very important. Thank you all for being here. You're all awesome. You are all, we're doing this and we're a team and we're doing it together. So I'm so grateful for every single one of you, for your lights, for your hearts, and for connecting in this way. I'm going to get the Zoom meetings. Now, listen, if you can't afford the 21 days, there is a link to get it for free, okay? The 21-day workshop that I wrote is the absolute staple for anybody on this journey. It has changed so many lives, okay? And this isn't about money for me. This is about getting the right information to the right people, okay? Energy exchange, of course, is important. All right, but what we're going to be doing is every month we're going to be from the 21 days. There's going to be a monthly meetup, and there's going to be a Zoom link sent to the 21-day group in Telegram, okay? And you'll be able to come in for anybody to ask questions. I'm just going to be on there an hour every month just to check in with everybody. I can start seeing your faces instead of you just seeing mine, and we can connect that way, because I feel that it's really important. So 21 days link is in my in the bio bit, I think, but there is a link if you need to get it for free, okay, if you genuinely can't afford to make the exchange for it. All right, but know that you're worth it. And on that note, have a beautiful and blissed week. I will be in as I'm called to. I haven't been in my tub because I have been, a little bit under physically, not really in the mood for the tub. But I also do have, I'm going to have to get that lined up as well. an interview for people who've asked about cold water, who's a woman that inspired me to get into cold water. And she's going to be coming on and doing a video with me, so I'm super, super excited about that. Um, anyway, gonna go now. Have a beautiful day. I love you all. Thank you for being here.